from the writer of this, and the director of this, and this comes 8mm from 1998. Tom Wells is a private investigator who takes on a case where the widow of a wealthy industrialist wants him to verify whether or not a reel of violent pornography stashed in her husband's safe is a genuine snuff film. My prediction of what 8mm was going to be was a glossy 90s Hollywood tackling of the snuff film urban legend. I had no idea that Seven writer Andrew Walker penned this, and so I was more than surprised to find more to 8mm than just a prototype of those techno-fear films that became prevalent in the early to mid 2000s. 8mm feels like Joe Schumacher trying to save face after the mauling he received from Batman and Robin, attempting to make something with some weight behind it, just like Paul Verhoeven attempted with Showgirls, another art house director Hollywood chewed up and spat out. In this context, Schumacher succeeded and was restrained enough to give this neo-noir script room to breathe. He cannot help but mix some excessive stunt work amidst all the nihilistic misery, but for the most part, this comes off as Fincher light, and that's not as much an insult as it sounds. Though we love our boy, you cannot help but feel that Nicolas Cage here feels a little miscast. He is completely unconvincing as a button-down surveillance expert, but it is not until halfway through that the wilder side we all know and love emerges, and Cage's performance turns a whole 180. Literally, a pitch-perfect performance comes out of fucking nowhere, and you wish there was more Crazy Cage in the first, because it really fits his character well. Seeing Cage trying to replicate the magic of that George C. Scott scene from Paul Schrader's Hardcore is the stuff the internet is made of. Seeing Cage break down over the gratuitous dehumanization he is exposed to is the real reason we come back to Cage again and again. He has this in him. Like Jack Nicholson, only more manic, Cage has that uncanny knack to make insanity understandable, either observing it or embodying it. Cage is supported by a great supporting cast as well, featuring the likes of James Gandolfini and Joaquin Phoenix in an early role. 8mm is not Seven's equal, as it feels too sensationalist and, dare I say, sanitized to really match Fincher's debut in either performance or directorial authority. It's more trashy and more fast-paced, but it still displays unnerving research and attention to detail that helps it earn the pitch-black tone the film is aiming for. In conclusion, 8mm goes for broke with the edge and comes out as both what I expected, a glossy late 90s Hollywood thriller, and as a grim and moody noir with an uncomfortable atmosphere at times. Too sensationalist for its own good, but still an engaging and suspenseful thriller. Thank you. Please like, comment and subscribe. Tomorrow's film will be 2008's 13 Hours in a Warehouse.